Today is August 10th, and the waters have receded considerably from Lynn Mills's house. This is how we came in by boat back in June. And you remember we came up here, there was about 4 feet of water, and now his home is back to seeing the water off it. And we'll go take a look at what the front end looks like. (9912) Island Park Road?
Island Road.
Island Road. There's Island Park. I always get mixed up with all that. And we're coming into the house here now, his neighbor's house. This is a riverfront property here, the Mills place.
As far as my bank goes, it goes out there 100 feet.
So you used to go 100 feet straight out?
Yeah.
Before you see the river?
Yeah, see, you can see out there, there's a white buoy.
Yep, I see the... This is where we were by boat, and now you can see the big sand drift that is now in his yard. This was not here before, and he's got water in between where these trees were, which was not here before, and a water table that is still high. The river is not at its banks yet, and you can see how close up it is to where we were standing back here in June on the back of Lynn Mill's deck, where we shot the video before, and the water was up against the dike here. And we looked across over to his neighbor, and then we can see the roof of the Magnus home that is sitting here as rubble in the river still, as it's still coming down here at about 100,000 cubic feet per second and around 17 feet, which is about a foot above flood stage. We can see the trees in the top of the first home, the spinning video home, and the tree damage right on the tip of the roof here of trees that fell into this home here and then breached the dike as well. And the down cottonwoods, and then the cottonwoods now that are in the soils around these other homes, some down in some parts of Hogue Island, have caused some damage as well. Well, we're standing here talking in front of Greg and Lore Wafra. Did I say that right?
Wavra.
Wavra, okay, close. And they're just back in their home. They've been out since June 4th, and your neighbor obviously had a very tremendous blow to his property and his house. You know, you're telling me you just had been here for a couple of months.
Yeah, I'd only been 2 months was it. And
terrible.
Yeah.
And what's happening here is that you were telling also people just imagine the river channel, even though we're still high at 100,000 CFS going through the dam right now, the bank extended quite a bit along this way and then down from here as well, right?
yeah, it was pretty much straight in line with these trees here, so it's all been carved out and formed a little bay in here.
Yeah, and if it continues to erode, of course, then your home would be threatened, and then up further.
Yeah,
and
all the riprap out behind here and wash it all out.
And how long have you lived here, Greg?
Since '97.
And could you have imagined anything like this happening?
No, not from the river here. I can see snow melt coming down and doing some, flooding, but not this.
And you and your wife and your two kids, you had to live in 4 different places?
Yeah, we're in our 4th place now.
Are you moved back in here at all, or
No,
you're going to you've got mold issues in here now, right?
Yeah.
Septic system isn't working.
Propane tanks still rolled off.
Tanks rolled.
Yeah.
There's some work to do.
Do you think you have enough time in middle of August to if you even had a chance at it, to get everything mitigated so you could move back in before winter? I'm seeing that shaking of a head no over here, so
It would be close.
right.
I don't see before November being back in. I mean, after you get everything out and dried out for a couple months, it'll take time.
And also, you talked too about just the loss of the whole neighborhood here and the friendships and imagine moving 4 different times in 2 months. That had been tough on the family.
Well, actually, right now we've probably got personal property at 4 different houses.
That we can think of.
Yeah, 2 different storage sheds, and I don't know, countless people around town here. We'll probably never get everything back together, I'm guessing. But
Wow.
yeah.
But it looks like we have some renewed friendships here, because you only have 2.
Those are the neighborhood kids.
And the neighborhood kids are back together for the first time since this calamity began.
Well, we've kept them
kept in
together all
touch.
summer. So we've done things together on weekends.
But the first time back here, out here in the
Yeah.
in the flooded plain that we
Christian
we're
dressed-
about well
Christian dressed
we would
for
be
the
about
occasion.
at least in 4 or 5 feet of water just a week or two, about a month ago. I
Yeah,
would
they'd
say.
have been
Yeah.
up to the sandbags up there.
Yep, right up against the wall over here. So we're standing on well what used to be underwater.
Yep.
Much better.
So these are two friends.
This is
That are-
Harper and Annie.
Okay.
Annie Dixon, Tom Dixon, and Sherry Dixon.
Okay, your house survived. You're north of the Mills house. I saw that. Little tree issues maybe still going on there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Christian Waver right there.
There's
dressed for
son
the
Christian.
occasion.
Good. Looks like you had some
Eating
chocolate
chocolate.
recently, yeah.
And
Okay.
Heather Magnus.
There's Heather Magnus. Okay, we'll talk to her in a sec.
Bethany and Brad.
And Brad. Okay.
Yeah, Brad Jr. Little Brad.
So we would be underwater just what a month ago. We were standing right here.
Yep.
So that's hard to fathom. It really is. All right.
That is.
Don't worry. That's the Magnus home over here, and you can see all the debris here. And the water used to end there. We've lost where the home used to sit, where the front part of the dike is, and the driveway here where Heather and Bradley have just come back after being away for a long time, and we have somebody else shouting behind me here. We'll talk to you here in a second. I'm doing a YouTube video. Okay. Who's that neighbor over there, Heather?
Who's that guy over there?
Oh, see, you didn't even know that neighbor. I thought all the neighbors got to know one another after this. Heather, you're laughing now. It's good to see you can put a smile on your face after the last 2 months of literally hell you've been going through. Seeing the YouTube spinning videotape. You said,
Yeah.
tell me that day, what that was like when people told you your house was in peril.
No, yeah, I can't even describe it. I mean, it almost to me it was like a death in the family. It's what it was. It felt like.
Yeah.
It was pretty traumatic.
And you've been living in Bismarck.
Yes.
And your husband works out in the oil fields.
Yes.
So this has just put you kind of had a stressful relationship to begin with, I was thinking, right? With them gone a lot, right?
Well, we've done well, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just this didn't help. That's for sure.
Yeah. And what do you think about all this, Bradley?
I don't know.
How did you hear about your house being destroyed by the river?
My mom said she got a call from our uncle about it.
Yeah. And when you see it now, what do you think? What goes through your head? Is it hard to believe?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just shocking, huh? You used to play out here. I see you had a trampoline.
Yeah.
And you had a big, nice swing set and playground set over there.
Mhm.
And now all you have is really kind of a big sandbox.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And tell me about some of the issues you have going forward that you think are important for people to know, and other people that are kind of in a similar situation up and down in Burley County.
Yeah, we are. I guess we're just kind of waiting like everybody else, as far as you know, if they're going to buy people out, because this is really kind of a situation where I don't know if anybody can come back out here to live. So, but the waiting game on there is just nobody knows. So
Yeah.
I think that's the toughest thing.
Right.
It's just not knowing what our next move is going to be.
We're in the middle of August, and snow starts falling sometime in September around here. And you know, you mentioned you do own some land across the road here
Yes.
that possibly you could rebuild there, but you need to know what's going to happen to this area. Is it going to be basically condemned for living, or
Exactly.
or can you rebuild here? And you need to know that relatively quickly.
Exactly. Yeah. Just like everybody else. I mean, we're not the only ones. It's just, yeah, we would like to know.
All right. It's good to see the neighborhood kids back together. I hear that it hasn't been, you kind of stayed together as a neighborhood, but off-site, and,
Yeah.
and now they're back on-site here.
They are.
So that's a good thing. Good to see everybody again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What do you guys think of what you see now versus what way it was before?
I don't know, it's just kind of weird to see all the sandbars and stuff.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't know, usually you have to, like, drive your boat to see a sandbar, now it's your yard.
Yeah, a lot of sand out here.
Yeah.
Unbelievable amounts of sand. This was all grass or yards or driveways, and we've got tons and tons of sand out here that people are going to have to move out if they want to move back in, and that's going to be a daunting task of where to put all that.
Yes.
So, well, Heather, we feel sad for your loss, and it's been a heck of a summer for you and your family, and we hope all the prayers I know people have done for you have helped, and you continue on your journey. We'll do what we can to make that as easy as we can. But like I told you, I'm just a county commissioner. All I can do is raise the issues. I can't really solve many of them.
Exactly. Thanks for coming out.
No problem.
All right.
See you guys later.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Bye. Part of the problem with the sandbags now, as you see, is the ones particularly on top sitting in the sun, is they're just to try to pick them up and move them. They're just completely.
They are.
They're just some of them not too bad. This one a little bit better. This yellow one, but this orange material.
Yep.
Some of this white material. This. If you had to remove these sandbags, which in this case you probably won't have to worry too much about.
What do we do with them?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, really.
Yeah,
I mean,
and all these trees
because this
and all the debris in the river is eventually going to have to come out.
because it is our lot. I mean, what do you do
I-
about that too?
There's another question, you know, and you know the playground set eventually will have to move, and like you said, you've got pieces of your house over here,
Oh yeah. Well, I mean.
and you got your what was that? Your kitchen cabinet there?
Yeah, it's part of my cabinet, but across the road over there, we had our garden over there. I mean, one of my drawers from my kitchen is over
And you have the
there.
trampoline,
Yeah.
and of course, what nobody can really tell as we're standing here is the smell.
Oh, I know.
It's just your sound. It sound smells like I keep wanting to say, hey, somebody's sewer is.
it's
Oh yeah, that's right. Everybody's sewer
Yeah,
septic system is overflowing here.
Yeah, and there's. I mean, you can see dead fish all over the
Oh,
place. and
it's just
gonna get
well, the
bad.
dogs like this stuff.
enjoying
They find all the really disgusting things, and they eat them,
I know.
or they roll in them, and then you
Exactly.
have to wash and clean them off. So
Yeah, that's why I don't bring mine out.
yeah, I know. Our dogs just like to roll in them. It's like, why did you do that? This one was just eating. Maybe he's trained. Yeah, just this whole mess. I mean, eventually the pavement. You said how much in repairs had you done before you come in? $18,000.
Oh,
for the dike.
The dike was $16,000.
$16,000.
For the dike.
Well, it worked
on.
on. It worked on this side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the current was so strong.
Oh, I know.
I mean, it was
Yeah.
coming right at us and in between our house and Jerry's and Rodney's. I mean, when Brad and I would come out here, we would park the boat over there and we'd walk down the road here, and I'd have to hang on to him because the current was pushing you. It was so strong.
Yeah.
You could hardly stand up, So it was. So yeah, it's just so I can see why all of this stuff is where it is, because that it was so powerful. But I mean, I just walk around and it's heartbreaking. I mean, there's my cabinet there, and I mean it's way across the road, and there's some a mile or so down there parts of the house.
Wow, a mile.
Mhm. Yep. I mean, if you look out there, I can pick it out when I'm driving down the road. I can see it in the field and stuff. So.
You got most of the stuff you wanted out, though. I mean, you had the warning.
Most of it. We did move, the stuff that we needed, obviously the beds and stuff like that. But a lot of stuff we moved upstairs because we thought it would be would be safe upstairs. And so, yeah.
Oh no.
So yeah. So.
But you got photo albums.
Yes,
all
I sent those with my mom.
Okay, so important
yeah,
stuff.
That stuff, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
That's
I mean,
the upstairs right there, right?
That was, that's actually right there. That's the bonus room. That was the bonus room.
And then the other,
And then that's the other part.
or the upstairs is over there.
The
Yeah.
kids' bedrooms and their bathroom and.
And
my
there's a
office
tree
up there.
that just fell over too to add
Yep.
insult to injury.
Yep.
Like it had to do more damage.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to your neighbor's house was the trees fell on it.
Hit the side. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's just.
But then Lynn Mills's house and Tom Dixon's house survived.
Yeah, they look good, which
Yep.
I'm glad.
Yep.
I mean, they do, and I feel for Rodney and Laura because it's a mess over there too.
Yep, absolutely. And then down
And
here.
Jerry, same thing. Jerry's
Yep.
missing half of his backyard also.
Yep.
So, yeah.
This was a house that survived, but it's got, look at all the sandbags.
Oh,
Talk
I
about
know.
removing sandbags.
Yep.
There's got to be 200,000 sandbags there.
I mean, he worked day and night for.
I remember
a week
that
or more.
when I drove by here a couple times. It was amazing the
Yeah.
amount of work that went here.
Yeah.
And the amount of work it's got to be done if you want to reoccupy a place like that.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, where's Fido? He's found something.
That's Morgan.
Morgan, okay. Is that your dog?
No, that's Jerry.
Okay. All right, he's playing fetch with himself. That's a well-trained dog.
I'm not so sure that she should. Yeah, that's pretty deep over there. But hey, Morgan.